Well, hello, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is the S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast, episode number 386. You're damn right. 386. How are you doing, everybody? How are you holding up? I know you've been stuck in the house. So, I know anyone who's listening to me is smart enough to not be running around outside coughing on people and touching crap and then touching their face. Please don't do that. I want you nice and safe. If you can stay home and listen to me, please do so, my friends. In fact, if you do go out, also listen to me. Well, folks, we're all quarantined. We're all self-quarantining. We're staying at home. Right? And when you look on the news and you read the newspapers and you read the blogs and you read the studies online, you realize that a lot of people are getting on each other's nerves because something new has been introduced into the ecosystem. And that new thing is being around people longer than you want to be around people. And that's what I'm talking about, right? Now, when you see it, you'll look now and you'll read the news or you'll watch something online. And what you'll see is a lot of times someone who, say for the sake of argument, is a professional athlete, right? And in this particular example, I'm going to use a male professional athlete. He's a basketball player, right? He's out there playing 82 games and he plays the playoffs and quadruple finals and all of that crap, right? And he's out of there all the time. Plus, not only that, he's got to do endorsements and some traveling and, he's doing some tournaments, as an ambassador for the league and he's shooting commercials and he's out there working out because he has to keep his body in shape. So he's gone a lot, right? But he's home enough, right? His wife loves when he's home because he's out there working so hard and bringing home the bread. He's doing all of that. Daddy's home. And the kids run up. Hey, Daddy, Dad, I did this, Dad, did that. What about you, baby? And Dad, I did this. What about you? And Dad, I did this, I did this, Dad. What about you? I did this, Dad. Hey, honey, how you doing? Okay. As soon as they go to sleep, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy. Definitely. You've been gone for 2 weeks. We are definitely boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy. Good, because I need to do some serious boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy. In fact, it might be more boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy, jiggy, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy, jiggy, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy, jiggy, boom, boom. You understand what I'm saying? Fantastic. Oh, wow. You really are. Yeah, you're damn right. I have a whole album I want to play for if you understand what I'm saying, because it's been a while. You know what I'm talking about. And it's fantastic. The kids are happy to see Dad. Sorry to see Dad go. Dad comes back, spends all time with the wife, the huggy, the kissy, the looky, the hand holdy, the play your hands. You're the greatest woman. You're the greatest man. And all of that crap. Then he's got to go back out and she's like, oh, I'm sorry to see you go. And the kids, oh, Dad, okay. And then my guy's like, yeah, I got to take it. And there you go. And it's like that for years, right? Even when the kids are teenagers, right? Normally when your kids are like, hey, Dad, die, bastard. Right? But because you're on the road all the time, they're actually happy to see you. You're the only person who's of all of your friends, because your friends are not in the NBA. We're not talking about your NBA friends. They're all dealing with that on their own homes. But of your regular people friends, your 8 foot tall friends, they're teenagers when they come home. Hey, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I can't pretend anymore. You're here every day. Look, I do love you, but get away from me. I got to play these video games. You got any money for me? Good. You know what? Cash app me the money. I got stuff to do. Hey, baby. Hey, Dad. It's great to see you. Hey, kiss on the cheek. Okay, that's enough. Get out. I got games to play too. Okay, get away from me. Move off. I got to talk to my friends on the phone, and I got some other stuff I got to do. I got some projects to work on. Get away from me. Get away from me, old person. Move. Hey, honey, I'm home. Yeah, you live here. You always wondering maybe we could boom, boom, jiggy, jiggy. You know damn well we don't boom, boom, jiggy, jiggy unless it's Sunday, okay? So we'll boom, boom, jiggy on Sunday, and you might just get buh, right? You're not going to get boom, boom, jiggity, boom, boom. You're going to get buh, okay? Maybe buh. You might even just get that, okay? I'm tired, okay? Got these daggone kids and all this kind of stuff. I work too. You think I don't work? Huh? I didn't say that. Well, you know what? You're not going to get any buh on Sunday. Okay, how about that? And that's what he's dealing with. Why? Because he's always home with his punk ass. There ain't nothing special about him being home because he's always coming home from a stupid job. I don't care if he's out there saving lives as a doctor or something like that or something. I don't care if he's fixing plumbing and doing all these great things. When he comes home, it's not a big deal because he's always home. No one cares. So it's not special. Now, back to the NBA player. Now, all of a sudden, because of the coronavirus, everyone's locked in the house together. Ooh. Right? And this poor bastard is so used to everybody being happy to see him, and it's been that way for years. Every time he walks in the house, hey, Dad, hey, we glad to see you, Dad, and all of that crap, and his wife, hey, honey, it's so great to see you, and I definitely want to boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom, jiggy. Girl, we gonna boom, boom, jiggy. Oh, not now, my friends. Now you're stuck in the house. You're in the house all the time. And the house was used to working without you. You're like adding extra weight to a motorcycle. Your house was a motorcycle. And when they pulled over and you got to sit there and hug everybody, it was great. But when you left, the motorcycle took off and it had a nice rhythm to it. It was able to pick up a good amount of speed because the extra weight wasn't there. But now the extra weight is there. Imagine putting one more person on a motorcycle than the motorcycle is used to having, or the motorcycle is designed for. That's you. Now that you're home, they had a system, and you being there is ruining the system. Oh yeah. Right? You wake up the next day, the kids are so happy to see you. A couple of days later, a week later, all of a sudden you walk down the steps, the kids don't even look at you. Why? They know you're there. They still love you, but they're not happy to see you. Why? Because they always see you. It's not special. Right? When you and your wife were upstairs, boom, boom, jiggy, boom, da boom, jiggy. It was the most exciting and incredible thing of all time, because it would be weeks without her delicious boom, boom, jiggity. And she couldn't wait for your boom, got boom, boom, chickity, pop, the bump, chicky. And then y'all boom, boom, jiggity, boom, da boom, jiggy. But now it's still good to boom, boom, jiggity, boom, da boom, jiggy. But it's not as exciting. Why? Because you've been doing it every day for 6 days. Still feels good. Still want to do it, but it's not exciting anymore, right? Imagine somebody makes you the best cupcake in the world. It's everything moist, soft. It even has a cream filling. It's got the frosting on the top of whatever way you like your cupcakes, whatever way you like your cupcakes. Lick your fingers, right? You didn't even eat the cupcake yet. You're licking your fingers because you're practicing for licking your fingers after eating the cupcake. That's how good the cupcake is. Ladies, imagine the best slice of cake you ever had. You can't wait to dip your fork into it. You lick the fork. You're just licking the fork. You didn't even eat the cake yet. You're licking the fork because you want to practice for licking the fork later, so you make sure that you don't even miss one crumb of the cake after you put the fork in it, put it in your mouth and eat it. That's what it's like. Oh yeah, you can't wait. This even is good the next day. What? Another slice of this delicious cake, another delicious cupcake. You can't wait to eat it. It's fantastic, incredible, melts in your mouth. What? I'm having it again with ice cream next to it. Oh my goodness, this cake is fantastic. And in addition to that, let me taste the ice cream. Oh my goodness, the ice cream is just as good as the cake. Now you have the cake and the ice cream. They're both incredible, both equally good. Now they're equally good together, which makes them doubly equally good. Oh yeah. But what about day 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? You know, this is the President of the United States. We're going to have to quarantine for another 30 days. Day 22, 23. Do you still want that cupcake? What about all you can have is that cupcake? You can't eat anything else. Oh no. Right? The cupcake is your spouse. Anything else is time with your friends and time with hobbies. But now that your spouse is there, you don't have as much time to practice the guitar. You don't have as much time to paint. They're going to want to be all up in your face, which is fantastic. You want them around, but you don't want them in your face all day. Why? Because you got stuff to do. You like to have them as a dessert because that's what you used to. You're used to him coming home being a dessert. He's used to you coming home to you as a dessert. But now it's cupcake. Oh, still delicious, but enough already for right now. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, even though you know it's delicious, you need to, I'll have some tomorrow. You know what? I'll save it for the weekend. And that's what you were doing when you lived with your wife. You got kids running around the house. You really wanted, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, da boom, jiggy, really good. I mean, really good. A boom, boom, jiggity, boom, da boom, jiggy, jiggy. When I'm with a woman, I don't have a woman right now. I'm not in a relationship right now. But when I'm in a relationship, when I'm with the woman I like to give her the good deep business. I like to give her that good deep business, but I can't give her the really good deep business if there's kids running around. She can get the business, but she can't get the good deep business when the kids are around, right? And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And that's what's going on with you right now, isn't it? You're quarantined with your family. You love your family, but you're also used to going off to work and not having to look at their stupid faces. I mean, those beautiful faces. I don't have a wife and kids, so I can diss them. Shut up. But if I am blessed enough to find a delicious sister in the future and even have kids or whatever, this does not apply to you. This applies to everyone but you. I'm sorry to throw you under the bus, podcast audience, but I'm not going to miss out on any of my future boom boom jiggity boom da boom jiggy jiggy with my future chocolate angel or whatever flavor angel. Most likely it'll be chocolate. I'm 99% sure it'll be chocolate, but if there's an angel of another flavor, I'm munching on. Back to the story. Anyway. But the thing is, being quarantined with your family is very, very similar to working out. It is very similar to working out, and I'll explain why. If you've ever worked out really hard after a layoff from working out, you know how difficult it is, right? I know that I can, even if I haven't worked out for a while, I can do 15, 20 minutes on the treadmill. It's going to suck, but I can do it, right? And that's usually where your body goes, hey, you haven't worked out in 6 weeks. That's enough, buddy. You got 15 minutes. Now get your butt off this treadmill. I can't take it anymore. I can't make enough oxygen to do this, buddy. Come on, get off the treadmill. And that's what it feels like. And that's what it feels like being with your family longer than you expected. You're not used to being with them 24/7. So after about a day and a half, you're like, oh, this is great. The next day, I can't take this anymore. I can't make enough oxygen. Get off. But you can't. But I'm going to explain why I'm saying it's like being with your family. If you stay on the treadmill, even after that 15, 20 minutes where your body's going, I can't take it. What happens is you realize there's a little bit of a barrier there and you keep running. And if you suffer through that feeling, what happens is, you start feeling good again. I guess the endorphins kind of kick in. And you can run a little while and you feel good, right? It's the same thing with your family. You're with your family. The kids are fighting. Your spouse is mad at you. You pretend like you got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. We'll discuss this. You're sitting on the toilet with the lid down. You're going to be up there long. You got to go to the bathroom. No, we had to finish this fight. Don't worry. We'll finish the fight. Okay. And you're upstairs, right? And you stay up there for a while. You pull out your phone. You start doing some Twitter and Facebook and all of that crap. And your wife or your spouse downstairs, whoever that is, you could be the woman, you could be the man. It doesn't matter. The other person is downstairs, right? The kids, all of a sudden, they stop fighting. One of them farts and the other, they start laughing. You farted. I did not fart. And all of a sudden, they're not fighting anymore, right? Your spouse is downstairs. A funny commercial comes on the television. They're laughing. And they start realizing that the reason you were arguing in the first place is really freaking stupid. And you realize there's a little bit of a break. Oh, there's a break. You flush the toilet, you wash your hands. Yeah, why not go along and do the whole performance, right? You come back downstairs and you kind of creep downstairs. You walk downstairs like you're in enemy territory. You don't know whether or not it's going to be a big setup, right? Your presence in the room might reignite the fights that started before, because when you went upstairs, the kids were fighting. He touched me. She touched me. He did that. Your spouse, your mother jumper, you rotten knocking. You don't know whether or not it's a setup. You know, when you go into enemy territory, it's all quiet, but they're waiting there to ambush you, right? You've been there before. You've been the spouse when the other spouse is home first with the kids. You come into the house and everybody comes bum rushing up onto you. They complain about everybody else, your kids. Yeah, it's even quiet when you open the door, but the second you twist that key and And the door opens. As soon as you walk in, Daddy, baby, you gotta get to these kids. Or if the wife comes home, Mommy, baby, these kids, you got to give me. You know what I'm talking about. That's what happens. And you're hoping after you come out of the bathroom, you walk down the steps, the creaking of the steps. The first step creaks. You go, oh, it's creaking steps. Now they know. They didn't notice. There's no sound. Is it safe to go downstairs? You hit the next step creaking. You're going, what is with these steps? I know it cost me $12,000 to finish the steps, but I'm going to get these steps done just so I can go in the room without it creaking. You go down the other step. You look over to your left and the kids are smiling. They're coloring. That's what they were fighting about when you went and pretended like you had to go to the bathroom. They're coloring. They're sharing crayons. 4 children sharing crayons and complimenting each other's work. Okay, well, kids are stupid. They forgot what they were fighting, but my wife's highly intelligent. She's probably waiting. She's in the kitchen with the knives. Oh, well, she's not a violent person. She'd never actually hit me or hurt me in any way. At least it hasn't happened yet. I don't even remember why we were fighting, but she might. Okay, who am I kidding? She will definitely remember why we were fighting. Gotta go in the kitchen now. You walk in the kitchen and she's looking at the television. And they go, okay, I can't just walk in there and act like nothing happened. I mean, technically I could, but that might actually make her even more annoyed. So you're going to come downstairs and act like nothing happened. I've heard that phrase before, but she's laughing at the show. Thank you, Big Bang Theory, for being funny. Thank you, Sheldon. You okay, good. You said something and that's great. She's okay. Oh gosh. Let me go tap her on the shoulder. I don't know whether when you get kissed or yelled at. Actually, not take another look at her butt. Good God, look at that delicious butt. Anyway, no, let me look at that butt again. Sweet God, all these years marriage, 4 kids, and your ass still looks like that. That is incredible. That's why I go to the gym all the time, because I need to look good so I can have it. Anyway, I mean, I didn't marry you because of that delicious buttocks, but yeah, I married you because of your personality and how sweet you are as a person and how incredibly intelligent you are. The fact that I drool every time you walk into the room, especially that delicious, but let me tap on her shoulder. Hey girl. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? This is a really funny show, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good show. Okay, okay, she's not mad. Oh, that's great. She walks, she gives you, dinner's already ready, almost ready. She gives you a kiss on the, she walks out of the kitchen and pats you on the butt and smiles and winks at you and like, oh, good, the fight's over. And that's like that, when you're on that treadmill, you go through the tough time, you tough it out a little bit, you just wait a little bit and everything gets good again. Yeah. But, after that little rest period on the treadmill where you're still running and you got past that tough time, another 15 minutes goes by. Your body goes, this time I'm serious. Get off the treadmill. Get off. But your goal is to go 45 minutes. And back to the family. You walk back into the room and you think everything's cool, right? You kick off your shoes and you're lazy. You kick one shoe into the closet. You kick one shoe. You think it went in the closet. It bounces off the door, bounces back into the middle of the room. You walk into the room to play with the kids. They give kids, hey, Dad, give me. You listen to one of the 4 kids tell one of their stupid stories about what happened, right? And then your wife goes, did you leave your shoe in the middle of the room? I put him in the closet. I'm blind now. I don't see your shoe right here. Why don't you get your ass in there, look at this shoe? Is this shoe in the middle of the room? Is this shoe in the middle of the room? So I'm not a liar, am I? I'm not crazy. You call me crazy, but I'm not crazy. And don't think it's you, ladies. It's the same thing with the dudes, right? The dude can do the same thing, right? So we're talking and you're just going to answer the phone and talk to one of your dumbass friends, huh? Oh, so who you married to? You married to your friend and you're married to me. You met her after we got married. It's not even like this is a childhood friend. You know, maybe it's a friend that's from out of town. I can understand it a little bit. But this is a friend you can see every day. She lives 3 houses down. 3 houses down. You saw her ass. She was in the damn house for 2 hours. And now you got to talk to her again. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, marry her. You know what I'm talking about, where those fights spring up out of nowhere, right? And then you go into the other room and all of a sudden you hear the kids fighting because dad only listened to one of the stories. They don't care about the fact that the only reason he didn't listen to the other stories is because mommy told him to come into the other room to yell at his punk ass. They don't care about that crap because kids stink, right? And there you go again. You can't use the bathroom excuse. You just left the bathroom 3.5 minutes ago. You can't use that as an excuse. You better not say you're going to go work on something in the garage because she already busted you on that crap. You said you went into the garage to fix some crap and she saw you sitting there with your PlayStation that you hid in the damn room over there so you can kill the time waiting for everybody to calm down so you can't use that crap. And what do you got to do? You got to put up with the fight, punk, and finish it. And just like treadmill, you come to a point where your body just goes, we're done here. And you made it to the 45 minutes and you're sweaty and exhausted. Well, this time you got to finish the fight. And just like with the treadmill, you're sweaty and exhausted after the fight. Kids go to bed, but they already made up with each other. They're kids, like I said, they're dopey. They forgot why they were fighting. They're all laughing and joking. They had their bath. You know, you read them their stories. You split the kids up. You read the 2, she read the 2. Or more wisely, what I would do was bring all their little punk asses in one room, read the story to all of their asses until they fall asleep and then pick their little punk asses up, carry them to their bed, put them down, put on the nightlight and walk the hell out of there. And you and your spouse, you sit there and you realize your fights was stupid. And you laughingly and jokingly say, hey, want to go play PlayStation in the garage? Ha ha. You laugh. Now you know everything's back to normal. And then you tell her, you know, there's a roll-out bed in the garage. Yeah. And the garage is far enough away from the house, so, you know, the kids won't need us for, you know, for a while. We can put a baby monitor in the hallway. I mean, they're not babies, but we can put the baby monitor so we could hear them. You know, that way, you know, they can't hear us, but we can hear them. Okay. Yeah, cause what I got planned for you, couldn't happen in here cause they would definitely hear you. Oh, they'll hear you. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, folks. So I know what you're going through with the quarantine. I get it. It's tough sometimes. It's tough. It's a pain in the neck to wash your hands, to wipe down everything. I got to go to the supermarket on Wednesday to get some more food, and I realize what's going to happen is I'm going to go into the supermarket. I'm going to have to social distance myself from people. I'm going to have to wipe stuff down. I'm going to have to wipe down products when they come back in the house. It's a pain in the neck, and it's going to go through April 30th. But we know how important it is, and it may be even longer. But the most important thing is that we take care of ourselves. And my friends, with that, I want to say, I want you, my friends, to take care of yourselves. Because you know what? I love each and every one of you bastards, no matter what country you're listening in. It doesn't matter. The S Machine loves every last one of you bastards. And that's been this episode 386. Thank you for listening. Now, my friends, if you've gotten through this far, I need you to do me, the S Machine, the S Man, S Anthony Thomas. I need you to do me a favor. If you like this podcast, and you do, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to write a review. 5 stars, please. Review of this podcast on iTunes, wherever you're listening to it. Review the podcast. I'm going to ask you to do me another favor. Do me a favor, my friends. Tell a friend. I'm going to need you to do me another favor. Yeah, you know I'm talking about favors. Do me a favor. Subscribe to this podcast. That's right, my friends. And follow me on Twitter. There's 2 places. Actually, there's 3 places, but the other one is for the my other podcast. By the way, I have another podcast called The S. Anthony Thomas Show on Anchor. Check that one out too. Social media for me, I could rattle off all of them. I could say that I'm on Twitter. I'm at S. Anthony Thomas, right? I could say that. And I could say that all my links to my other Twitters are on that Twitter. I could say that, right? But why would I go through the problem of saying that? Because I want you to know it. Okay, folks, much love to you all. I will see you again next time, and I'm going to say goodbye the way I always say goodbye. We're going to do it on the count of 3. Are you ready? Of course you are. 1, 2, 3. S. Anthony out.
Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and giggle. We're gonna get wild. Go ahead and clap. Go ahead and cheer. We're gonna have a good time while up in